here are the 5 ways to turn adversity into strength. 3 years ago, I broke my entire skull from snowboarding accident. I have 12 iron plates and 50 iron screws buried inside my face. And I still have pain 24/7. But I chose not to let that adversity defeat me. Instead, I shifted my mindset to recover and turn that pain into gift. Today, I want to share what I actually did to shift my mindset to turn pain into gift. And at the end, I'm going to give you some tips that you can start implementing for your daily life. So let's turn your adversity, your pain, into gift. We have 5 chapters today. Chapter 1, decide not to become a victim. Chapter 2, redefine the meaning of pain. Chapter 3, your only rival is your past self. Chapter 4, keep promise to yourself. Chapter 5, Kintsugi mindset. So let's go from chapter 1. Decide not to stay in the victim role. You cannot change what happened. It's the fact. But what you can change is that how you perceive it, how you put that into a meaning, you can change it. You are in control for that. So take the same situation. For example, you look at the sky and you could think like, oh, it's a beautiful day. Or you could also think like, I don't like this weather. You can look at the same thing, but have different perspective, different way of perceiving it. And your brain is the only thing that can change what you think. So same thing applies to staying in the victim role. It's up to you if you want to stay in the victim role or not. Or turn that pain and give a meaning to it. So I decided, how do I want to live? Do I want to stay in the victim role? No, I didn't want to stay in the victim role. Instead, I wanted to be the main character of my own story. So I chose this story, this adversity, to be part of my success story, part of my hero's journey. Before I got into the accident, I was working with Paralympic athletes. I was in Team Japan as a staff member for alpine ski team. And I worked closely with Paralympic athletes. Some of them don't have legs. Some of them have spinal cord injury, but they still ski with more than 100 kilometers per hour. I was with them winning a lot of medals, gold medals. If they can go back to snowboarding, skiing after such an accident and having disability with their body, with this little pain on my face or this little injury on my face, it was not a choice for me that I don't go back. So you're in charge of your decisions, whether to stay in the victim role or get out of that. Maybe it's a comfort zone for you to stay in the victim role, but it's your choice to get out of that comfort zone and start challenging. So stop making excuses and start committing. Second chapter, redefine the meaning of pain. I still have the pain 24/7 on my face. This is the fact, it's unchangeable fact. So I could just suffer or decide and think that this pain is here to remind myself that I shouldn't take this life for granted. So I shifted my mindset that this pain is constant reminder that I am alive. I can move my body, I can see. So I turn this pain into gratitude. Because of this pain, I am constantly thankful, appreciating fact that I'm alive. The third, the only rival is your past self. Everyone has their own pace of their lives. If you look at other people and maybe you might think, oh, they've already gotten married and they have kids, but I don't. They have successful career, but I don't have that yet. Everyone are in their own pace. And you are in your own pace and you are on the right track. The only rival, the only comparison that you should be thinking is yourself in the past. Yourself from yesterday, last week, last month, 5 years ago, compared to those. How have you changed? So the only rival is you. Always move 1 millimeter ahead. Move 1 millimeter forward from yesterday. That is good enough. And especially recovery is not a competition. You should take your own pace. You don't have to rush. Rushing sometimes is not good for recovery. I remember I came back from the hospital to my house. I really wanted to do some yoga. In my mind, I'm already recovered, but my body was not recovered. So when I did downward facing dog, I was bleeding from my face. And I told my doctor that what happened, and he was like, well, you shouldn't be doing that yet. So sometimes trying so fast for fast recovery is not always good. So take time and do it with your own pace. Chapter 4, keep promise to yourself. The most important promise that you should keep is the one you made with yourself, not with other people. We tend to take our promises, the promise that we made to ourselves, a little bit lightly, but we should really keep the promise to ourselves and prioritize the promise that you made with yourself first, because it's gonna create trust to yourself. You're gonna start really trusting that if you set your mind to it, you can achieve it. This has been my core since the accident, because I set my mind to recovery and be even better compared to before the accident. I wanted to be better, stronger, and more beautiful inside and out compared to before the accident. And I made promise to it, to myself. And I kept showing up to myself, even when I didn't even know if I'm gonna fully recover, if I'm gonna be able to smile, have facial expression again. I set my mind that I want to be more beautiful. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm very happy that I can smile now, and I have a lot of facial expression. And the reason why it's important that you keep promise to yourself is because if you can trust yourself, then the way you show up to other people or to the world changes, because you have belief in yourself that you can do it if you set your mind to it. You are a more trustworthy person, and keep showing up to yourself. And consistency is the key. Show up to yourself with small promise every day. For example, I have been doing fitness everyday challenge for the past 1,600 something days. I show up to myself every single day, but the bar is very low. I don't have to do 30 minutes of workout every single day. My bar is that if I do even 1 minute of stretching before going to bed, that still counts as one fitness per day. I sometimes do 1 hour of running, few hours of hiking or weight training, but it's not like every day. I sometimes just do a little bit of stretching or plank exercise. That's it. But the most important thing is that I'm consistent and show up to myself every single day. The final chapter, chapter 5, the Kintsugi mindset. So in my face, yes, there are still iron plates buried inside. These iron plates are connecting my bones together. It's not gonna go away. It's gonna stay there for the rest of my life, and the scars are not gonna go away. But that is part of my story. I wanted to be like Kintsugi. Kintsugi is the Japanese art of fixing broken pottery with gold. And if after it breaks, we don't try to put them back together as it was. We're gonna put them back together to be more stronger and more beautiful. I wanted to be like that. So that's the mindset. You have the pain, you are broken, either if it's your physical pain or physical injury or your emotional pain. The fact that it happened is not going to change, but you can be stronger and beautiful because of that scar, because of that pain. And you can set the meaning to it, learn from it, and you can be a better version of yourself thanks to this adversity. So let's not return to who you were before. Embrace the cracks and let the cracks shine. So here's what you can start from today. I have 5 tips for you. The first one is step out from the victim role. You can always choose to step out from the victim role. So ask yourself, here, what can I choose? Second, rewrite the meaning. What happened in the past is not going to change, but you can set the meaning to it. So you can ask yourself, what kind of meaning do I want to give to this situation? The third, decide the millimeter action. You don't have to go far in one day. You just have to do baby steps every single day. So let's decide that millimeter step today. The fourth, keep one small promise and keep showing up to yourself every single day. And you're gonna build trust with yourself. The final one, don't hide your scars. Don't hide your pain. That is part of your story. That's why you're so beautiful. That's why you're unique and special. Your adversity is not here to break you. It's here to make yourself stronger. But you have to decide. You have to set your mind to that this situation is going to make you stronger. I still have the pain, but it's a constant reminder that I am alive and I shouldn't take that for granted. Your adversity is going to be your strength, not your weakness. Your pain is going to turn into gift only if you choose to be. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe the channel, and see you on the next one.